Okay, men, this is your time. Maybe you didn't choose this, but you're here now. You're gonna go out there and be an all-star caregiver. It's up to you. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna go grocery shopping, cook, clean, be there emotionally and physically. You gotta dig deeper. Drive them to physical therapy, doctor's appointments. Don't you forget about the pharmacy. No, you won't. Because that's what caregivers do. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. This is your time to show the world, your family, and yourself that you're tougher than tough. Now go out there and be the best caregiver this world has ever seen. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick and proud aunt. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing. But not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. 1 in 6. That little girl sitting alone at the playground, she can't play like the other kids. She doesn't have the energy because she's hungry. School lunch will be her only meal today. It breaks my heart that this is the reality in our country, but it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste. This food is then provided to families and children in need. Being a kid should be about using your imagination, learning, and having fun. These children shouldn't have to miss out on simply being a kid because they're hungry. To find out how you can help end childhood hunger in your community, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
The views and opinions expressed by this show are those of the show host and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of STL Hits. Any comments or questions should be directed to the show host, not STL Hits.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
Welcome to the Daddy Murr and Nina show right here on STL Hits Radio. We have a great guest, or a couple great guests for you. I think they're great. I know their music is fantastic. The Metal Byrds. Hello, everybody. How you doing?
Hi, Dave. How are you?
Thanks, Daddy Murr, for having us.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for calling me Daddy. No guy usually wants to do that.
Well, that handle's pretty hardcore, so I've got a Texas flag, so I get it. If you got a cool name, use it.
Yeah.
I think it's a cool name. Years ago, the way I got that name was because I designed a barbecue sauce called Daddy Murr's Gourmet Barbecue Sauce. And that's because, I was a dad and blah, blah, blah. But when I started doing the radio, I kept that name. Now, there's a lot of guys that just do not want to call me Daddy. So, everybody knows my real name.
I'm not afraid of calling anyone Daddy, so as you can tell.
Really, Suzanne.
Yeah.
Now, this is a family show, so we're going to keep it a family show. So why don't you go ahead and tell everybody about you, where you're from, and all that good stuff.
Well, we are the Metal Byrds, and we are based out of Houston, Texas. Go Texas.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Suzanne, when she was young, she immigrated from England and wound up here, showed up at a party, started singing with us one night. And we were like, you want to be our singer? That's how we started. And that was back in 2018 around Christmas.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Right before the virus.
Oh, yeah, right before the virus.
Yeah, so you guys haven't been able to do too many shows live or anything, right?
No.
Are you starting to get back into it a little bit?
Yes, we've got some things. Go ahead, Sue.
We during pandemic we found our love of writing music and recording it, so that's what we've been up to lately. We've been in the studio recording our next project, which should be hopefully out soon.
Well, as soon as it comes out, you guys send it. Blah blah blah. Can't talk. I get tongue tied all the time. My brain goes faster than my mouth can speak.
Oh yeah.
Or the opposite way around. I'm not sure which. But yeah, I mean, keep us informed of everything that you're doing. We love your music. I've listened to a couple of songs, and I think I watched one of your music videos. It's probably been 3 or 4 weeks now, because we've had a little bit of connection issues trying to get you on here. So, which is it's just the way the world works.
Yeah.
Right.
That we'll put that under the shit happens category.
Yeah.
So we got you on here now, and we're gonna play one of your songs. Which one would you like to play?
Oh my gosh, whichever one is your personal favorite. How about that? Surprise us.
No. I want a little bit of the backstory behind the song. So
Okay.
it's hard to surprise you and get a backstory at the same time.
Well,
if we do Absolute, Suzanne, tell the story of Absolute. That's a great story, because we all know the party.
That's good, because that's the first one I got queued up.
Good. Well, Absolute is a story of it's a song for recovery, and everybody goes through some things in life, and whether it be addiction to alcohol, drugs, to shopping, to working, to whatever your addictions might be, this is a song that you can choose to stop when you want to, when you know it's right. Sometimes it's never the right time, and sometimes you just know when it's the right time. So this is a song about that.
All right, sounds great. Absolute by the Metal Byrds.
I got a problem, I think about it all the time. My obsession, it drives me to the overtime. I don't wanna get my lazy bones out of bed. If I have to, I'll make a drink instead. Head on the bottle, yeah, I'm feeling fine. None of your business. What gives you the right to make excuses when it's hard for me to what I wanna? As I live, I'm free. Hours later, I wake up down here on the floor. I'm exhausted, don't think I'll take much more, but I have to. The time has come, my friend, keep it how it is. Is this how it ends? Head on the bottle, yeah, I'm feeling fine. None of your business. What gives you the right to make excuses when it's so hard for me to what I wanna? As I live, I'm free. 80 proof, absolutely. 100 proof is absolutely fine. 200 proof, can I stop maybe for 1, 2? Head on the bottle, yeah, I'm feeling fine. None of your business. What gives you the right to make excuses when it's so hard for me? Do what I wanna. As I live, I'm free. Head on the bottle, and I'm feeling fine. None of your business. What gives you the right to make excuses when it's so hard for me? Do what I wanna. As I live, I'm free. 80 proof, absolutely. 100 proof is absolutely fine. 200 proof, can I stop only for 1, 2?
Absolute by the Metal Byrds.
Woohoo!
What a great
Yeah.
song.
Thank you.
200 proof.
Oh
200
yeah.
proof. Have you ever had moonshine?
Yes, I have.
All right, that's about the only time you're going to get 200 proof.
Yeah.
Either that or pure ethanol. I'm not sure which. I think moonshine is pure ethanol, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you guys are down there in Texas.
Yes, we are.
Is it hot?
And it's hot today.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's been hot for the last couple of weeks. I think last week sometime we hit 99
Yeah.
already.
A
Yeah.
couple weeks ago, we hit 98 up here in
Holy
St. Louis. Yeah, that lasted for 2 days, and we went back down to 40.
That week when like the north and the east coast was getting snow, we were at like 100, almost 100 degrees. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to move to a more southern area. I'm tired of shoveling snow.
Right.
That's why I came here.
I mean, you can only put so much salt down, then you have to shovel anyway. So,
Yeah. I feel your pain.
do you? Have you ever shoveled snow?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I when I immigrated from England, I moved to Baltimore, Maryland. So I know all about snow. So
Yeah.
I've only been in Texas for the last 8 years, and that's
Yeah.
it. So I'm sick of shoveling snow.
Yeah,
I
do you have to
miss the
shovel
season,
sand?
but-
Do you have to shovel sand down there? Get it off the driveway?
No, in Houston we have to shovel water more.
Water? You guys are getting flooded out?
Oh yeah, all the time.
That's not good.
No.
I've got a lime tree here in Central Texas because I'm an hour away from Suzanne's place, but the rehearsal's in between. I've got a lime tree I'm bringing you next week.
Okay. A lime tree that you're bringing me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm bringing her. I would bring you one. I don't know if it'll grow up there, though.
It will. Citrus will grow up here, but we have to take special care of them during the wintertime. We have to put aluminum foil around the trunks of the tree and all kinds of stuff to make it like solar heat.
See, we don't have winter here. So we have a cold fall, and that's it.
Yeah, I know. If you guys get snow down there, it shuts everything down.
Yeah, they freak out over the potential of snow. If there's snow in the forecast, they shut everything down here. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, that's Texas.
Yeah, I used to travel all over the country doing large state fairs and shows and stuff, selling stuff.
Yeah.
And down in Florida, when it gets to 60 degrees, everybody that lives in Florida dresses up in like an Eskimo coat with gloves and mittens and hats. And I'm standing there trying to sell stuff in a polo t-shirt.
Yeah.
Thinking, man, this is great. Because I just got off the plane shoveling 18 inches of snow in St. Louis, and I'm down here in Florida. And I walked off the plane with my coat on and went outside, and that heat hit me. And boy, and everybody's looking at me like I'm goofy because I had a coat on. It was only 80 degrees in Florida.
Yeah, same here.
You know,
Same here. They love it at like 100 plus 100% humidity. You know, like when it's on the brink of like when you have to swim to get to your car. You know, they love it out here. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, the weirdest weather that I have been in. We did the show in Massachusetts. And it was 70, 75 degrees. I was sweating and freezing at the same time.
Oh, what?
The humidity was just so weird because you know, around upper state New York and around that area, it's mostly still forest, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And so all those trees and everything, the humidity is more of it's a really weird, almost a tropical type feeling. But yeah, it was like set between 70 and 75 degrees. And I was looking for a coat to put on and sweating all at the same time. Weirdest feeling ever.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So you guys planning on doing any local gigs down there here pretty soon?
Yeah, we do plan on doing some local stuff right after we finish this project that we're doing, which we're like so close to almost being done. Then we're gonna line up some stuff. Yeah. But we have not done it so far, yes. Go ahead, Ryan.
We've got a new drummer, and his name's Charlie, and he's very established in the music community down here. All of our drummers know each other, right? We just keep, we have like a pile of friends. It's nice. You know, usually bands are looking for drummers, and we know a whole bunch. But Charlie, he's real well connected and wanted to do this project with us. And he says, I'm in the band now. And we're like, all right, that's fine with us.
Yeah.
Awesome. So he's so new that you decided not to have him on here today.
Yeah.
I think he's
Actually, it
working.
worked.
See how selfish you two are?
No, it's not us. He's at work right now. So
Publicity hounds here, people. No, we watched one of your YouTube videos, and I can't remember which one it was, but it looked like he was in a junkyard or something.
a junkyard.
Yeah, I believe so, or I don't know. But anyway, it was awesome. Like I said, I watched it about a month ago.
Thanks.
I think that was when Nina was first starting to talk to you. And she said, "You got to watch this video." And I said, "Okay, here, go ahead, play it." And we get so many different submissions that it's just like, okay, here we go again. And I went, "Oh, cool! They're awesome."
Thanks.
That's so kind of you to say. We appreciate that so much. It's
that's
so
awesome.
much fun. So it's like we know what we like, and we do it, and we laugh, and we come up with these tunes. So outside of our circle, anybody else, especially somebody willing to play the music, completely grateful, because when we make it, it's for us, and then it's like, maybe somebody will like it. We've been pretty lucky that that people spin us, because we're just doing straight up rock and roll and having so much fun with it.
Yeah.
Now, guys, being from the southern state, Texas, I'm gonna assume that you got the name the Metal Byrds because you was driving somebody's house and they had one of those metal pink flamingos with the wings that's kind of flapped in the round. So you went Metal Bird. That's a good name.
Very, very close. Very close.
But
okay,
how'd you come up with it?
It wasn't a pink it definitely wasn't a pink flamingo. No, so I work for major airlines, and that's what we call the planes, Metal Birds. So I was like, that's kind of cool, so I proposed the name to the band, and everybody like mulled over it, and they were like, yeah, that's a cool name. So we stuck with it.
Yeah, it's a good name. I like it.
Yeah.
And I like your album cover. I think it's your album
Thanks
cover.
with the two.
Black and white with the wings.
Yeah.
That's little Suzanne. She's the artistic one.
Yeah, I came up with that.
Well,
yeah.
You told me earlier she was the technison one, but she couldn't get logged in here. I
know, but I eventually figured it out. So. I'm a multitasker. I do everything. So I'm a little bit of like IT, a little bit of design, a little bit of singing, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Sounds like me. Almost anything you want to do that's important to you, you have to learn all these different trades.
I'm the jack of all trades in the band. So yeah.
Are you?
Right. The indie bands do it all because we don't have a label behind us. We don't have we have to do it all, and that's tough, right? And I think all these indie bands know that. We're artists. It's just tough trying to be your promo, be your this, be your that, right?
Do you want a label behind you?
It's funny. I'm glad you asked that, because we know some bands that have labels and they're not happy with their label because they can't get them. They won't plug them to radio. Or it costs money to billboard, or they don't set up gigs for them, so they need a booking agents, but they have to pay the label some of the money. It's very complex, some of these deals these bands have.
Yeah.
And then you lose the rights to your songs too.
Yeah, that's true. All I could say is that we want the right label behind us, and we want a lot of their money.
Hey, RCA, are you still in business? Hey, they want your money.
We want. I mean, that's the hard truth. We want the money,
Because we think if they threw some money at us, then we would be outside of our little box for production, right? It's interesting that.
Well, if people would throw money at us, we would have had you in the studio. We would have flown you up here.
Oh, you see, money makes the world go round. So,
That's
a little
right.
bit of
Road
money would
trip
help
to
a
St.
lot.
Louis. Road trip.
There you go. When you get up here, we'll take you over to the Arch. Have you ever been? Have you
I
ever been
have.
to
No,
St. Louis?
and I want to go.
Do you?
I've been to the Arch. It's
Really?
it's tremendous. It's cool.
Now there's a state fair type show down there called the Big Tex. Do you know
Mhm.
it? Have you ever
Yeah,
heard of it?
that's the state fair with the
Yeah.
giant big Tex. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to do that show. It's a 30-day long show. Oh,
What?
I just made him nervous. Look at that.
It's 30 days long.
Hey, people, we're live.
Yeah, it's true. Damn, I just dropped this.
Was that your Superman underoos I saw? I'm just joking.
No, short shorts today. I've got to mow the yard later. I got to
All
mow.
Anything could happen here on the Daddy Murnina Show, right here on STL Hits Radio. And we're streaming live to Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube.
Oh, that's funny.
Not to mention, you could also we're also streaming live on STLHits.com. That's hilarious.
So you're
Thank you very
basically
much, Sly.
saying half the world
I
is
love
black
it.
underwear.
It's hot here. If I could tool around all day long in just shorts, I would do it because it's always hot and I always have something to do here.
No,
So,
I understand that because I have another job that I work, right? And,
Yeah.
Because everybody has to have jobs now.
Yes.
You can't get by on just whatever you make. So
No.
I work inside of a warehouse. It's a refrigerated warehouse. So I'm in
Okay.
shorts right now, but I'll be bundled up in a jacket and pants and thermal underwear when I go into work here, in a couple hours.
what?
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, it's hard. I'll be honest with you, it's hard running a band when everybody has full-time jobs, and the schedules and trying to get stuff done. It's difficult, If we had not going back to if we had the money, but if we had the money, we would, be able to do this a lot more efficiently. But yeah, it does suck that everything's getting more expensive and you have to go to your job. That's life,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
You know what those pixie stick Kool-Aid straw things are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Kool-Aid straws, you open them up and you eat the powdered Kool-Aid out of them.
Yeah.
Well, in St. Louis, there's a lot of people standing on corners that sells those things for donations. Maybe that'd be a good way for you to raise some more money.
That would be. I don't know. Yeah, I think that would go well in Houston, though.
You selling pixie straws on the corner?
Until they got all sticky and like humid, right? And then it's just not even powdered.
Then it would be just like a solid stick of sugar. Yeah.
Well, my phone just keeps going all over the place.
Yeah. Thank God it wasn't me who dropped the phone.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't a laptop. Those things cost a little bit more. Well, I don't know. Phones are pretty expensive now.
I'm going to get a laptop someday. Someday I'm going to get a computer.
Yeah, it's going backwards. Wow. Oh my gosh. You okay there, Rye?
Well, I'm the comic guy in the band, so.
And he lives down by the river in a van.
Awesome.
You remember that?
Yes.
Chris Farley?
Now
All
that's
right.
the dream to have, going living down by the river.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, a couple years ago, there was a girl that got famous with one video on YouTube for living by the ocean in her van with her snake.
No, I don't know.
In
No, I don't know that
one
one.
video, over 3 days, she had over 1 million views. And
Wow.
like the next month, I seen her on a TV commercial.
Wow.
Wow.
Just because
See,
she
what
had a
can-
snake inside of a van, living by herself in the van down by the ocean.
Wow. Why can't I do that? Just give
I
all
hear
of this up to go live down by the ocean.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. For me, I mean, I throw dollars and nickels. You know what I'm saying? In other words,
Yeah.
I just keep spending and spending and spending, trying to make a decent living, and I wind up spending more than I make. But
Yeah.
Hey, I know that story.
nobody wants to see
Me
my ugly face
too.
on YouTube. I tried that.
Yeah.
YouTube asked me to stop.
Well, everybody has their niche in life, so
That's right.
There's a positive attitude.
yeah,
Oh,
you'll find
absolutely.
yours.
Absolutely. Well, this is my niche. I
Exactly.
I pride myself on specializing on getting independent artists heard.
Well, we really appreciate that. We really,
Yeah.
really do.
Oh, and I appreciate doing it, because if not, I wouldn't meet such wonderful people, And I had the opportunity to meet wonderful people all over the world. I've talked to really famous people, and I've talked to just independent, garage bands that's never done
Yeah.
nothing. We just had a band on that we were their very first interview like this ever. So that was cool, and they were good.
That must be exciting for them. I remember our first interview and we were completely nervous and not knowing what to expect. And now I think we're we're pretty much, comfortable in our own skin on doing these interviews, and they're awesome because, people like you do what we can't, get our names out there to the whole world, and we really can't function without radio stations like STL and others. So we really appreciate it.
Yeah, the internet radio stations have made it easier, I think, to get heard. But
Yeah.
along the cons with the internet is it's easier for people to steal your music without paying for it.
True.
You know,
That's very true.
Yes.
and that's been the big copyright battle over the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things now that you can't do, even as a radio station, that you could do 6 years ago. Because they're really tightening up the reins on a lot of stuff. But without breaking any kind of copyright laws, it's still possible to get you out there and get you heard. It's just you got to be a little bit more careful about how you do it.
Yeah, that is very true.
And I don't like these guys, and it's me. I'm a rant. I don't like these guys that do the send everything out and ignore the copyright laws, because you guys don't get paid.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you need to get paid for your art.
Yeah.
And speaking of your art, we're going to play another song.
Yay!
Thank you.
You want me to pick, or you want to pick?
You pick.
Yeah, whatever's queued up.
Okay. Now, you can tell the story about this song after the fact this time then.
Okay. We can do
Dark
that.
Highway by the Metal Byrds.
Woo!
Here we go.
Somewhere out there on the distant horizon, I'll make my way down this dark highway, leaving my home to make it on my own. Just me out there and this long and lonely road. I'd always knew this would happen someday. Oh, my dear God, please show me the way. Yeah, 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 yeah. I drive all night, no sleep, no destination in sight. I drive all night, no peace, just me and this dark highway. Time ticking by, but I just keep driving. My speed is racing, body is fading. My mind stays right, but sleep I cannot fight. Lord, light my guide, and it shines so bright. I always knew this would happen someday. drive all night, no sleep, no destination in sight. I drive all night, no peace, just me and this dark highway. I drive all night, no sleep, no destination in sight. I drive all night, no peace, just me and this dark highway. Sunshine rises and lights up the sky. The light's so bright, it hurts my eyes. I look behind and not a thing in sight. Morning has arrived, this journey I'll find my place in time. I always knew this would happen someday. Oh my dear God, please show me the way. I drive all night, no sleep, no destination in sight. I drive all night, no peace, just me and this dark highway. I drive all night, no sleep, no destination in sight. I drive all night, no peace, just me and this dark highway.
Dark Highway by the Metal Byrds.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that is my favorite song. That so that was a good choice.
Is that your favorite song?
Yeah, it is.
I think all your songs kind of coincide with each other a little bit here. You know,
Yeah, they kind of do.
you just don't want to drive down the highway while you're doing that 200 proof thing.
No, definitely not. So that song was one day I was coming home from Rye's house, and it was, oh my gosh, I think I left home at I think I left his house at like 5 a.m. after a long jam session. And he was playing that riff that night, and I was like, I really like that. So we were thinking about doing a song with it. And as I was driving home, and Texas has some really, really long, desolate, dark roads. And it just hit me like, oh my God, Dark Highway.
You make it
So
sound so
I got-
depressing.
Yeah, I know.
Desolate, dark roads.
I know. Well, it was kind of depressing because I was so tired. I was like delirious when I was driving home, which I probably should have not been driving at that point. But so I got home and I just started writing out the words, and it was like inspiration hit me. And then I just passed out and went to sleep until like, I think 3 p.m. the next day or something like that, because we were jamming all day and all night. And I was like, oh, I have to go, like, because I had something to do. And I think I missed it. But yeah, that, the inspiration of that song just hit me out of nowhere. And we used that riff that he was doing that night. And that song just came together so fast. And it turned out so amazing. And that is my personal favorite song.
Yeah, you guys did a great job with it. I love it.
Thanks.
So keep up the good work.
We will.
So you said you're working on another project now, though, right?
Yes, we are.
We have 7 songs that are almost done. 7.
How long you been working on 7 songs?
Oh my gosh. Since
Well-
like November-ish? We started like
maybe
November.
We
Yeah.
have like 14 start. We always have so many started, but we, because of work or finding. Oh, come on now.
Okay.
Somebody to mix it, master all the technical stuff. We probably have 30 songs ready to go that we'd like to do, but we have right now 7 or 8 that we could send to mixing. Because it's
Yeah.
fun. The riding part's the fun part, just rocking out.
Yeah, I know some local bands up here, and this one young kid, he's like 16 years old, and this was years ago. We lived pretty close to a college town. He lived up in that area. Excuse me. And he was a songwriter and a guitar player. Okay.
Mhm.
He wrote like 200 songs in a month.
Yeah.
And a very depressed little kid, evidently. Because I know he didn't have no time for his friends because he's sitting in the basement writing songs.
Yeah, well, you know, at that age when you don't have, I'm just gonna say the responsibility of life yet,
Oh,
it's easy to just, all you have is school. It's easy to just sit around and write
Yeah.
songs. Once you start being an adult, which sucks,
I haven't made it that far yet.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I knew me and Slide get along good.
yeah. Road trip to St. Louis.
There you go. Come on up. We'll go to the zoo. See our cousins, the monkeys.
yeah.
You got to be careful, though. They like to throw poop at you.
Right. So, I work first responding out here in the county. I've seen that from people as well.
Yeah, people are nasty in general.
Yeah,
Or silly.
definitely. Both.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys are having a great trip, working through all this.
Mhm.
And, you said you work for an airline, right?
Yes, I do.
Free tickets to St. Louis, Sly. Free tickets to
Where's
St. Louis. Nobody has to pay for shit.
That's why everybody likes Suzanne.
Yeah,
Take the
sure.
day off. I'll see you in a couple hours. It's about a 4-hour flight.
Is there
Yeah,
good-
little less than that, I think.
Is there good St. Louis barbecue?
Absolutely.
That's what I thought. That sounds wonderful.
You know what a pork steak is?
Oh, yeah.
Do ya? Great pork steaks around here. There was
I don't
one-
think I've
there-
ever had a pork steak.
Yeah, it's actually pork steaks were named. They've always been created because they're part of a pig, but they were named, and it's like the pork shoulder or pork butt. I'm not sure which, but it's cut in slices like a steak. And nobody in the southern states. Every time I went to the southern states, I looked for pork steaks when I was doing the shows in the grocery stores.
Mhm.
Nobody even knew what I was talking about.
I've heard of it from the East Coast, but I've never seen I've never had a pork steak.
Yeah,
So-
they were developed here in the St. Louis area, and kind of, how everything just kind of spiders out eventually.
Yeah.
And you can't find it everywhere else. There's a certain cut of beef that they call it a clod or something like that. That's mostly out in California, and it's like an 80-pound piece of beef that you slow cook over a 4-day period of time.
Mm.
We don't have that here either.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I can order that from California if I want to pay $300 for shipping.
Well, you know what? I have to order crab cakes from Maryland if I want to have any decent crabs here because they don't know
Really?
anything about crabs. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys are not that far from the ocean, and you don't know they don't have crabs down there?
They do the crawfish and they don't do crabs right though. I have to say that's just Texas. They don't do it right here.
Texas likes the crawfish too.
Yeah,
I'm
they
glad
like
you're bringing up food because we do a food segment, and this is going to be our food segment.
They do the
Yes.
crawfish, but they don't. The crabs, they boil crabs, and it's just like gross. What is that? What are you doing?
So all Texans have a lot of crabs, or don't have a lot of crabs.
They don't have a lot of crabs.
No, don't have a lot of crap.
Oh,
They
okay.
have a lot of
It's a
crabs.
family
but the
show.
crabs aren't the right.
It is a
they're not the
family
right
show.
crabs, no.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I just came from a 6 sense of humor family. It's not my fault. I was raised like this.
So are we.
You guys are awesome. You really are. And
This is fun.
isn't it? We try to keep the show to where I don't. If you notice, we don't send out questions. A lot of interviews, you'll get 20 questions that they're going to ask you, and they're gonna berate you, right? It kind of feels more like I don't know. The
It's like a parent-teacher interview. Like,
Yeah,
that's what it feels like.
yeah. Well, we want to keep this to where it's more like friends sitting around having a cup of coffee or something.
Mm-hmm. Or beer too.
Is
Yeah.
or something
St.
200%.
Louis? Yeah, St. Louis coffee where you add the 200% to it.
Yeah, you like Bailey's and cream?
Yeah.
Bailey's and cream and coffee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I used to have a recipe on how to make Irish cream homemade.
Oh, me
But yet-
too. Actually, I tried it,
Yeah.
and it came out too much like chocolate milk, and we downed like a liter in a night, and that wasn't good.
Well, that's good because it spoils in about 2 days.
It was tasty though. It was pure taste. It was great.
You put the Everclear in it?
No.
Oh, come on. I thought
Just
you wanted the 200% or 200 proof.
No. No, I just used like top shelf whiskey, and it was to die for.
It sounds good. Did you put a little bit of mint in there?
No, I did not. I
Ooh.
cannot remember what I used.
Either
But-
mint or orange zest or something like that.
I cannot. I have this.
Really
I
makes
still
it
have the
good.
recipe. It's been a while since I made it, so
Yeah.
I just I put a little bit too much chocolate in it, and it was so delicious. Oh my gosh.
I pretty much stopped drinking about 6 years ago.
Okay.
So I just daydream about it now. So, like, yeah, let's talk about that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite food since we're doing the food segment?
Oh my.
Tacos, Tex-Mex tacos, ground beef, cheese in a tortilla.
Oh, Nina's in love with you already, Sly. Talking about tacos.
Oh my gosh, I love anything pasta. Anything pasta. I love it.
Yeah, well, she loves anything pasta too. She's her
Traditional spaghetti and meatballs. I'm all about it. Yeah.
There you go. Do you put eggs in your pasta?
No.
See, with Nina and her family's originally from they're Sicilian.
Okay.
So they put eggs in the pasta. They call it poor man's meat.
Oh, okay.
I
No,
saw that in Italy. I was in Italy a few years ago, and I noticed that with lasagna, other things that I don't necessarily Sicilian, but on the actual, actually boot of the country, we were surprised to eat at people's houses, and they would say that about adding actual eggs like that.
Yeah, hard-boiled eggs. They just throw them in there,
Yeah.
They boil them and throw them in there, and then that's your meat. So that you don't. We put hamburger or something like that in
Mhm.
ours. Right?
Yeah.
They use eggs,
Mhm.
but I bet you they're not paying $5 a carton for eggs like we are now.
True.
That's
True.
crazy.
They just go in the backyard and pluck it from the hen. So yeah.
Yeah.
Aurelio, hey, one of my neighbors on the ranch down the road, he's a couple miles down. Aurelio's got eggs if you need some. We usually get them from Ham.
Yeah.
I'll send you my address. It'll be cheaper to get a couple dozen from you and have them shipped than it would be to go to the grocery store down the street.
Yeah. That's
And then
true.
you're going to need a couple for
Unbelievable.
Nina. I hope she's listening.
But she's
Yep.
she's listening and she's on Twitter. She's laying in bed and
Aw,
Twitter
hope you
and
get better,
listening.
Nina.
she says thank you.
That was quick.
Well, we're married.
Aw. See, that was
Don't
quick,
get all
right?
choked up now. You all right?
I love this emotional stuff that only indie artists and promoters and stations can really bring you. You know what I mean? The emotion of how people really are. It's wonderful.
Yeah, we're a husband and wife team. We like to embarrass ourselves together.
That's good. That's good. Sometimes you have to.
Yeah, that's the job. Yeah.
Like Ryan embarrassed himself earlier. Sometimes you just gotta just let it all out.
Well, you know what? I honestly, I don't get embarrassed. I did when I was a kid, but
Mhm.
Something happens in your brain chemically when you get to be my age that embarrassment's no longer there.
Mhm.
Like my grandfather used to embarrass the crap out of me because of the way he was. He was a country
Yeah.
boy from Tennessee, right? And they moved here way before I was born, but he worked for the railroad and they moved here because of that. But they were originally from the hills in Tennessee. So I have hillbilly grandparents
Mhm.
in the city, and I'm trying to be more city, and it's just
Yeah.
impossible. So I just go, okay, I am who I am. I'm part hillbilly, I'm part city, and if you really get me talking, you can hear the southern twang a little bit in my voice.
Yeah, where you got it from your
Y'all
grandpa.
and yeah, my grandparents, they were great. their directions was the southern directions. You take this road down to the fork and you'd make a right. And then you go down to the old oak tree, make a left. Well, if somebody cut that old tree down, you look for that stump. That stump's next to a big rock.
Oh my oh my gosh. That's awesome.
good.
Yeah, they were great. So that's a little bit about me. Huh. All right, let's hear some more about you. Let's play another one of your songs. What do you think?
All right.
Yes.
What do you want to play?
Hmm.
Oh, I already
Let's-
got one queued up. So
yes.
Go ahead.
yeah, I'm not going to give you a choice because this goes along with all of them, I think.
Okay.
Life of the Party, the Metal
Yeah.
Byrds.
It does.
Yeah. So here we go.
Early in the morning, he starts to drive. Early in the morning, him and the crew arrive. Early in the morning, he starts to roll. Early in the morning, he likes to lose control. He says, "Call me anytime. What you got in mind? You know I got the style, I got the class, and I got the ride. Keeping up my block, always down to rock. You should come with me, pump it up, and live for free. Look at me, can't you see? That's just me, I'm the life of the party. Look at me, can't you see? That's just me, I'm the life of the party. Once he starts to roll, time to lose control. Tap your toes, bang your head, and move your body. Seeing everyone getting it on, just having fun. You should come with me, pump it up, we're number one. Look at me, can't you see? That's just me, I'm the life of the party. Look at me, can't you see now? That's just me, I'm the life of the party. Look at me, can't you see? That's just me, I'm the life of the party. Look at me, can't you see now? That's just me, I'm the life of the party. Spinning in my head, spinning in my head, spinning in my head, and my hands are red. Spinning in my head, spinning in my head, spinning in my head, I'm spinning in my Spinning in my head, spinning in my head, spinning in my head, and my eyes are red. Spinning in my head, spinning in my head, spinning in my head, I'm spinning in my head. I'm the life of the party. Look at me, can't you see? That's just me. I'm the life of the party. Look at me now. Can't you see? That's just me. I'm the life of the party. Look at me now. Can't you see? That's just me. I'm the life of the party. Early in the morning, me starts to drive. Early in the morning, me and the crew arrive. Early in the morning is when I start to roll. I'm the life of the party.
Early in the morning. I'll leave the singing up to you.
I love your singing.
Oh, I can't sing worth it. I can't sing. You know, which is amazing because all throughout elementary school, junior high, and high school, I was in chorus, choirs, swing choir. I sang. But when I
Yeah.
got a little older, my voice changed. And instead of going deeper, it went higher. Because when
Weird.
I was in third grade, I could sing low D on a piano. Yeah,
And it
I was
went
like
higher?
Frog. Remember Froggy? I was like Froggy.
Yeah.
Where
I
was it
think-
when you were in high school?
When was it? Back in the
Wait,
No. I meant what note were you hitting when you were in high school in choir then?
I was baritone.
Okay.
Okay, I went from my voice actually went up. See, with most guys, their voices get deeper. Mine
Yeah.
went up, and now I can't stand it. My wife says I sound like Kermit the Frog. So, which I love Kermit, and Kermit, if you want to be interviewed by the Daddy Marinina Show, please come on.
There's
Congrats.
nothing wrong with Kermit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Miss
well-
Piggy loved Kermit for a long time, so
Yeah,
nothing wrong with Kermit.
we'll have them both on and ask them about that divorce and how that's been affecting their little froggy piglets.
Hybrids.
Yeah, interspecies in relationships sometimes, they're very difficult. And
They don't always work out, but then you get cool things like ligers, and other magical, mystical beasts.
That's true.
Unicorns.
Unicorns. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna go there. This is a family
Just
show.
thought I'd throw that one
Hey,
out.
man,
Yeah,
it's
I
a
was
family
going somewhere
show.
else. Yeah, family show. We try to keep this PG-16 or something like that. I don't know. Is that even a rating?
Yeah, it should be.
Oh, you guys are a blast, and we do want to have you back on when Nina's feeling better.
Absolutely.
And we'll do that as soon as your next release comes out.
Okay.
And you said that's going to be pretty soon, right?
Well, that should
You're
be pretty
hoping?
soon. Yes, we are
Maybe.
about to. Actually, today we should be sending our first song off to getting mixed. Hopefully.
Suzanne should be sending that today soon.
Yeah, I should be. Yes, Rye. I should be sending that today. I was up very, very late last night doing the final editings on that. So
Hey, I didn't mean to put you on the spot on that.
no,
so-
no. Well, hopefully we should
Now you're
have.
starting to feel some pressure. I can see it in your face.
It's a lot. It is a lot. It's a lot of pressure because I can only do stuff on my days off. I work a lot, and so
Oh,
it's
Why
a
you
lot.
need to back
they
off
make
a little
fun-
bit.
Other,
She's stressing.
other bands make time for it. That's interesting, Susan.
You know,
Oh,
you know.
you should see us argue. It's a lot of fun. Everybody,
now she's regretting the show.
If I could reach through this phone and slap Rye, I
Hey,
think I
family
might.
show. Suzanne, it's St. Louis rated, please.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We should have. We should have a single out pretty soon. So
Okay. Well, like I said, keep us informed, keep us up to
we
date.
will. We
And
totally will.
we're definitely going to put your music on the in the rotation. It'll probably
Yes.
be in the rotation sometime this weekend when I get time.
Yeah.
All right.
Slap,
Nobody
slap.
says anything when you say that, but if Suzanne says she's going to make sure it gets done, we all jump her.
Poor Suze. Poor Suze. Yeah,
You say
no,
I
won't you cry for
multitask. I'm
me?
like, I'm the multitasker, and I have to keep all these guys in line.
Well,
It's just
Sounds like you're the bone behind the band.
I am the bone.
Yeah.
The
Where is it,
vertebrae.
Yeah, I'm the fist that's slapping everybody.
We was listening to that song, which was "The Life of the Party."
Yeah,
Now,
like
you guys got a definite theme going on here. You're talking about 200 proof, driving down a dark highway and becoming the life of the party. And it sounded like in the life of the party, you was hungover. So you must have made these 3 songs in a row within the same 24-hour period of time.
No. I do like how all of our songs that you played have a common theme to them. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you picked the right 3 songs, definitely.
Well, rock and roll is supposed to be fun and upbeat, so that's why we try to stick that, because all we listen to is fun and upbeat. Well, there's some slow or whatever, but it's once you get playing right and Suzanne starts screaming into the mics, which are louder than the amps that she uses at rehearsal, it's like, yeah, you can feel it. You're loud, Suzanne, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Got a
that's
good,
true.
strong voice.
That's-
Strong voice, strong vocals. Unlike
Thank
me.
Thank you. I've been told I've been too loud all my whole life. So when I finally met Rye and I was able to express my loudness. It's
Okay.
helped calm me down a little bit, you know.
Well, strong women are usually pretty loud.
I'm now I'm nice and cool and calm and relaxed all the
Really?
time.
Really?
Yeah. No.
I think you're lying
No.
to me.
Yes.
I think
yes.
you're definitely lying to me. You don't have to lie to me. Yeah.
It's a
I
family
have to
show.
lie to myself to, like, it's like affirmations. I have to tell myself I'm cool and calm and relaxed, and
Yeah.
nothing
There-
gets to me.
There you go. Yeah. And you work for an airline?
Yes,
You're
I
not
do.
You're not a traffic person, are you?
No,
Tower.
no, I'm
The highest
No.
suicide rate
yeah,
ever.
the suicide rate in the yeah.
In the-
No,
yeah.
I'm definitely not that type of person. I was looking for it to do that, but I went to school for it, and it's that did not appeal to me at all. It's too much.
Suzanne can actually fly a plane too. She's been trained.
I do
Oh,
have my
man.
pilot's license, yes, but I am not a pilot.
Yeah, what size plane? Big one, little one?
175s.
I don't know what that is. Neither does
Oh.
anybody else.
Let me explain. I'll make it easy. If we were flying to St. Louis now and somebody said, "Can someone fly the plane?" Suzanne would hop up there and we would be at your place quicker. And we'd be eating that delicious BBQ you were talking about.
Okay,
Yeah.
just to put it in perspective of the plane size, that's kind of like a Pinto then, right?
Yeah, it's like
Hopefully it flies better than a Yugo.
Yes.
I don't know.
Remember Yugos?
It's about the size. It's about the same as a Yugo, shoved in like a smart car's body.
Yeah, I would never get in one of those.
It's fun though.
The last time I flew to Florida, and it was funny. It was hilarious. I'm sweating bullets. I took Dramamine, and I had a couple shots of whiskey, and of course, not falling asleep. And I tried to get an aisle seat, but they put me next to the window, and I don't like window seats.
Mhm.
And I was, white knuckling all the way through, sweating, breathing heavy, going, oh God, oh God, oh God, every time I hit a bump. And who in the world put speed bumps in the sky? But anyway, how the hell that happened? We land in Florida finally, and this guy has been shaking his head at me like for the last 3.5, 4 hours. And he gets up and he turns around in the seat in front of us, and he's watching the back of the plane. So now I realize that he's a U.S. Marshal, and I look at him and I just went, "Oh, sorry," because I think I scared him. I think I grabbed his hand at one point in time.
I don't think those guys get rattled easily. He was just like, "Oh my gosh, another one of these."
You know what he said to me?
What?
He said, "There's one on every flight."
Oh.
You
I
say?
said, "Well, I guess I'm the one, huh?" He goes, "Yep."
Oh, poor. I'm sorry that you have a tough time flying, but that's okay. I'll do all the flying.
I do.
Love-
I have a tough time being a passenger. I've never tried to fly.
I love getting in planes and going places. It's fun.
For me, it's more of a control issue. Because if I'm on the plane long enough, if it's a long enough trip, like when I flew back from California, if it's a long enough trip, I'll calm down and I'll look out the window and I'll start enjoying myself right before the plane lands.
Mhm.
But it takes that long for me to calm down. But
Okay.
it's a control issue for me. I'm not in control, and I don't know the people that are.
Well, I can assure you from my many years of experience, the people who are in control are in control. They are top rated, and they're not going to let anything happen to you. Hopefully.
Oh yeah. I do realize that, and I do understand that. And flying is still the safest way to travel, they say.
That is true.
But see, the first time I went to Six Flags amusement park, I read up on all the accidents for roller coasters.
Yes.
Don't do that.
Yeah, it makes
Do
you
not
never want
do
to get
that.
on a roller coaster again. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't.
And I love roller coasters too. And yeah.
Hey, can't you get in that big arch that's in? Is there a
Absolutely.
way?
Yeah, absolutely.
Does that height bother you then? Because I would like to see that. That's got to be an amazing view.
Once I'm up there, it's the travel up that kind of makes me a little nervous. but
Is
not
it
as
an
bad as in a
elevator
plane.
that goes up, or
It is. It's an elevator that goes up, and it goes up and around that curve.
Oh.
Okay, so it's kind of like a pod. It's a round pod that has 5 little seats in it, or 6 little seats. I can't remember which. It's been a long time since I've been up there. But you sit in these little seats in this round pod, and it goes up so far, and then it stops, and then the whole pod turns to level you back out. And then it goes up so
Oh.
far, and then it turns to level you back out. It's a little creepy.
Yeah.
But once you get up there, it's a beautiful view.
So
And
you can get out of the pod and like there's like an
Yeah.
observation deck.
Yeah, absolutely. There's
Oh,
windows. There's
yeah.
windows.
Wow.
If you look at pictures of the arch, there's windows in the top of the arch on both sides.
Yes.
And
Oh.
you lean on. They got this big section where you can lean on and look out those windows, and it's very neat. It's very cool. It's very cool. Like I said, the
Oh,
ride
well-
up there is a little nerve wracking, but it's very cool once you get up there.
Well, we're definitely visiting for
And
some
you can
port
feel-
states.
You can feel the arch sway 3 to 4 feet in both directions while you're up there.
That's cool.
3 to 4 feet.
Yeah, it sways
That's
3 to
cool.
4 feet in both directions because it's
So I guess
like 360 feet tall or something like that.
So I
don't
guess
remember the exact
it
number.
has to close it like when there's high winds, right?
No. They as long as and this is the way it's been since 2001. As long as there's no threat of terrorist attacks or anything like that, or there's no
It's
flooding,
open.
it's open, and you can get up there and check it out. They've got a museum down in the basement, so you
We're
walk.
definitely going to St. Louis then.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
And right across the street from that is a restaurant / hotel. It's called the Millennium Hotel. It's got a
Mhm.
restaurant on the top. The building is round. If you look at pictures of St. Louis, you'll see this big, tall, 30-story building, whatever. It's round, and up in the top is a restaurant. Well, that restaurant spins while you're eating.
Oh, that's cool.
You sit there and you're
Okay.
looking out the windows, and it's turning. The whole floor is turning. So
Please tell me
that
they
you get a
serve
different view.
pork steak. Please tell me they serve
Oh,
pork steak there.
They're a little fancier than pork steak.
Oh.
They're a whole lot fancier than pork steak.
Tacos?
You're talking lobster and steak and stuff like that. And,
Oh, okay.
pastas, wine. It's a fancy
Pasta
place.
steak? See, I'm top shelf.
Yeah, they have
Boom.
they have like 5-star chefs up there, in that little restaurant. But, guys, we are out of time.
Oh,
Aw.
I know this show's been such a great show. I hate to end it too, but we all need to get back to reality, and you need to get
Yeah.
back to creating some more songs or sending them
Well,
off or
thank-
doing whatever you got to
Thank
do.
you for being such a good host. Thank you for having us.
Oh, thank you for being a blah blah blah.
you need to check on Nina. Now we're worried. That's sick
Yeah.
for a week. That ain't no good.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, we've had to over the last month we've had to reschedule a bunch of people because
Oh,
I was sick before she was, and I was in bed for over a week, and
Oh,
now
no.
she's got it, so we just kind of passing it back and forth. So
Well, we hope she gets better fast and that we can get back on here when we release some new songs and see both of you guys.
absolutely,
awesome.
absolutely. Hopefully by then we'll have the cameras working. We've had a lot of technical issues with the internet cable company that arguing with them constantly. It seems like I'm telling
Well-
them to fix their crap because I'm paying a lot of money for it. So
Yeah.
right.
so in order to so we just can't have our camera runnings just yet, but we're
Okay.
getting there. We're
Well,
getting there.
okay. Well, at least it's not the type of technical difficulties where you can tell what color I's underwear is tonight.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you
Really?
say Spider-Man? Spider-Man. No,
I
I'm
was
just kidding.
gonna say. Oh wait, I get one. I was gonna say it's so fun when Suzanne and Daddy Murr go ahead and think they're funny with all these comedians out of work during these times. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. See, yeah. I'm not getting paid for that either. So
Right.
that was free of charge there, buddy.
Okay, good. Good.
All right. Everybody, thank you for listening to the Daddy Murr and Nina show. We'll see you again soon. And good night.
Good night.
Bye.
All right.
Okay.
We're clear.
Okay. Okay, cool.
No, you guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
Oh, thank you for having us. Seriously. This was
Thank you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
a
And
pleasure.
the next time you come on, Sly, you're gonna have to wear those Hulk underwear instead.
I'm so gonna get a Hulk underwear and do a fake phone drop.
Yeah.
And I'll have my
Do
boots on this time.
Do it. Everybody will love it.
You know, those guitar players are always trying to outshine everybody, you know?
Well, you got to have that showmanship.
Yeah, it's true.
That's
right.
what it is.
All right, guys, I gotta go. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Seriously, keep us informed. And,
Absolutely.
and like I said, we're gonna have your music up probably this weekend sometime on the
Okay.
station. And I didn't mention it, but we are building the Roku TV channel, and
Okay.
it's not quite out yet. But that's why we had to have you sign the both of you sign the video release form
Okay.
for the TV thing. Okay.
Well, thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome.
Well,
Have a great
keep us-
day.
Wait, before you go to work, keep us posted on the Roku thing so we can make a shout out on Facebook and Twitter too. So
Absolutely. It's STL Hits TV.
Okay.
STL Hits for the radio station, STL Hits TV for the Roku channel. And we're going to be making those announcements on Twitter. And if you didn't like the STL Hits TV Twitter account yet, go ahead and do so.
Okay, yes, absolutely.
We have the STL Hits Radio and STL Hits TV on the Twitter accounts, and we're doing mostly all of our stuff through Twitter right now.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay. Cool.
As far as because it seems to be the best way to meet people and message back and forth and stuff like that.
Yeah, we do most of our stuff through Twitter too, so we will definitely be on that. Thank you so much.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Okay.
It's STL Hits TV. What? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, STL Hits TV.
Bringing you the best in TV entertainment.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
I got to come up with a better slogan, but okay.
Thanks, Daddy Murr.
All right, thank you, Daddy Mar.
You're welcome. Have a great night.
You too.
Bye.